series of what if Initial D took place in the United States. So basically, instead of the normal cars, which I already did a few years ago, I'm going to be doing so I got the words in my head, just trying to get them out of my mouth. Pretty much what we're doing is what if Initial D took place in the United States. Well, not yet, in the US. So all of the cars I've redone with American manufacturers. Not all of them are American cars, but American manufacturers. There's a couple of Fords that were not offered in the US, but it's a Ford, so it's technically a US manufacturer. Cool. So for this one, I think you guys see where I went with this. Instead of the AE86 Trueno, we have the 1987 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. I know that a lot of people for the US comparison like to do the 86 with the Fox Body Mustang, but I figured, okay, everybody does that. I want to be different, but I still want something that's still fundamentally 80s with pop-up headlights. That, and you guys know I like my Pontiacs, so I landed on the Trans Am. So what we're going to do is first I'm going to show you how to make it look the way it looks, then give you guys a build and tune, and we'll take it for a run down the mountain pass. Let's get straight into it. So I think, obviously for starters, the car is painted white. The hood is carbon fiber, so to get that you want to go to special colors and scroll on down until you get to carbon fiber, which luckily for us also does the headlight covers. Wheels, you want to go to special colors, scroll on down until you get to steel semi-gloss, and obviously tint the windows black. Now for decals, what you want to do is get your square. I'm going to do this in a different color other than black, so it's easily distinguishable from the black. And this lip here, let me get the mouse. This lip, you essentially want your first black decal to fall in line with that lip. So obviously extend out that, rotate it, and then bring it down. And then basically you want to put that one there, then get another one, do the same thing for the section in front of the tire, following the same lip, and same goes for the back of the car. So that lip goes all the way around the car. Then you want to get another one, and just kind of estimate a good distance, whatever works for you. Put it slightly above, you want the white gap there. Same thing all the way around the car. Front bumper, back bumper, doors. Then obviously you want the Fujiwara Tofu decal. So I do have this one, which I just realized this one's not mine. I don't think. Hold on. We're gonna figure it out. So, I did make decals for this, so when you're on here, you could just, whoops. Whoops again. Say search, instead of, you can do creator. Don't judge me for my username. I made it the account when I was like 7, so. So you can get my username, and then in here somewhere, in this mess, there's 2 different ones you can choose from. I like the second one a bit more. Shrink it down. And then just put it in place on the driver's side of the car. So in this case, it's going to be on the opposite side of the side that it's on for the 86, because it's on the driver's side of that car, and that car's right-hand drive. This is left-hand drive, so you put it on the other side. So once you do that, you're good to go. I didn't paint the wing, right? Okay, yeah, no, that's already pre-painted. Or I mean spoiler, I don't know why I said wing. And if I go to my designs, if you don't feel like doing that. Okay, yeah, so that one is not my decal on the door. So if you don't feel like doing all the work, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this design for you guys. Do that, get rid of the old one. And another thing I noticed is this is mine. Oh man, I did. Didn't I? Okay, no, we're good. That scared me a little bit. I was like, oh no. But yeah, anyway. So we're gonna save that to the current car, and then I'm gonna share this design and give you guys a share code if you don't feel like putting in all the work of making the design. Oh boy, this is gonna take a minute. I don't know what it is about when I'm recording, and well, maybe not. Maybe we're lucky. My designs. I don't know why it's not letting me share it. Because there's nothing locked on here, right? Oh yeah, and also on my under the vinyls I made, I do have the Pontiac letter filling, so you could do that as well. I did. I don't know why it's not letting me share it. I guess it's not letting me share this one. Oh well, I guess I'll have to figure that out later. So moving on to the build part. So my rules for this are the same as before, with the original initial D cars that I made a few years back, and when I did the modern versions of those cars, I think last year, that was in 2024. So same rules. I want to keep it mid S1 class, and engine swaps. So with conversions, I'm only allowing them on the cars if either with the stock engines, in this scenario with the US cars, if the stock engines aren't putting out like enough performance to be S1 and they're like still A class or whatever, and they're going to be on the slower side because I want them to keep up with the others, or if it's like explicitly stated in the show that it has some sort of conversion. Which for this one, yeah, the stock engine wasn't really doing it. Put us in A class. And if we really wanted to, we could push that there was an engine swap in the show. Obviously rear wheel drive, stock naturally aspirated, and then the body kit I don't recommend for this scenario at least. For the aero, stock front bumper, I put the little spoiler on. You guys could go stock or little spoiler. I wouldn't do the wing. Then I put the VFN fiberglass hood just to give it a little more character to it. And for the wheels, you want the semi-slick race tire compound. You could put the letters, you don't have to put the letters. If you really want, you can do the red lines, up to you. Just as long as they're the semi-slicks. Then for the front, you want the 245mm width. For the rear, the 305s. For wheels, I mean, you do what you want. I went with I would say modular, but that E on the end is really throwing me. Yeah, I don't know how to say that, but they're the B30s. They're in the sport rim style. Wheel size, go ahead, bump it from 16 to 17s in the front and the back. For the drivetrain, race clutch, race transmission, race driveline, and drift differential. Then for the brakes, you want race brakes, rally suspension, race front anti-roll bars, race rear anti-roll bars, no roll cage, and race weight reduction. Moving on to the engine components, race intake, race manifold, can't talk today, race fuel system, race cams, race exhaust, race ignition, race valves, race engine block, race pistons, race flywheel, and finally the race oil and cooling. Moving on over to the tune. For the tire pressure, you want 24 in the front, 27 in the rear. Gearing 2.20 final drive, the rest remains stock. For alignment, the camber, you want negative 0.8 in the front, negative 0.4 in the rear. For the toe, positive 1.8 outward in the front and negative 0.8 inward for the rear. Front caster angle of 4. Anti-roll bars 25.5 in the front, 21.10 in the rear. For the springs, 306.6 in the front, 337.8 in the rear. Ride height is 4.8 in the front, 5.8 in the rear. Rebound is 6.9 in the front, 6.3 in the rear. Bump is 4.5 in the front, 1.5 in the rear. Aero, if you got it, leave it stock. Braking is 55% balanced towards the front, and the pressure is 70%. Differential 70 acceleration, 30 deceleration. That's a mouthful. Anyway, now we're going to take it for a spin. Head on over here. And the first thing I want to clarify is that this is not a drift car, so the drift score is not going to be very high. It just possesses the capability of drifting. And the second thing, I forgot. Oh yeah, another thing is, basically the point of this portion is to kind of show you guys what the car can do. And so pretty much these were built to where they can compete directly with the original initial D cars they made a while back, a few years ago at this point, and that's my bad right there, going off the road, and the modern versions of those cars that I made last year. Not really saying much because there's not much to say. I'm just kind of zoned in on driving right now. Right there, I didn't really get as much angle as I'd hoped for, which is why I just kind of had to hit the brakes and just stay on the road. And there we have it, we're at the bottom. Now, we're gonna do some donuts, because that's how we end off all the videos around here. Damn car. Alright, with all that said and done, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. That is all from me today.